Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Carl. I am your host, Carl Zoellner. I'm one of the attorneys here with Anderson Business Advisors. And today I want to talk a little bit about the reality of anonymity in your business structure. While anonymity can be an incredibly valuable tool, there are some limitations when we start talking about the different types of businesses you're conducting. So a lot of times what we will have is we'll have an active and a passive side of your investing structure. On the passive side, anonymity carries the most value. So these are things like, let's say, a brokerage account or let's say a rental properties, things like this, where we can remove your name from ownership on public record. Really like anonymity in this area because I'm not actively going out and doing business, meeting with a lot of third parties, or contracting on behalf of that business very often. So, having that on the passive side of the equation, great tool. Now, when we come to the active side of your business, say if you're a real estate investor, you're doing some flips, you're doing some wholesaling, you're just sort of generally getting involved with your entity structure, or excuse me, your investing, and coming in contact with lots of outside parties and having to sign different contracts, things like that. The real protection comes in the essence of you signing on behalf or for your business in your capacity as an officer within your corporation, or an officer or manager within the LLC that's owned by the corporation. This may sound like a little bit of a simple concept, but this question comes up all the time because some people are worried about, well, I want to be completely anonymous, or I want to I don't want my name to show up anywhere. Well, your name's going to show up when you're signing documents on behalf of your business, but it's more relevant to which capacity your name is showing up for. Any of you that any of you that are working within a business or that's not your own, you may have the ability to sign with a title, and you should, because you're not committing yourself individually. You're committing your business, your name plus a title equals the ability to make decisions on behalf of the business, but not connect it to yourself as an individual. So there's some reality pieces here between active and passive investing. On the passive side, the anonymity is a huge benefit. On the active side, the anonymity is still important, but really we're looking at it becomes even more important that when you do have to sign those documents or work with those contractors or work with those other third parties, that you are using your capacity within your business to limit your personal liability. Now, whether it's passive or active, anonymity is sort of the side dish to the entree here. Really, what gives you the protection are those business entities in the overall structure you've set up for yourself or had somebody set up for you. So anonymity is a great tool, as we can see in those couple of examples I gave you. However, like I say, the real protection comes in at the LLC level, corporate or the corporation level, and putting those entities together to make sure you have strength so that if somehow somebody breaks through that anonymity, you're sitting there well prepared, and there's already another layer of protection there for you. Anonymity tends to be a smokescreen. Tools we use for that are states that allow for anonymous filing, as well as land trusts and personal property trusts. We can gain you some anonymity there, but it really does take some skill to put those things together to make sure they're functioning in concert with each other to get you the most bang for your buck. So, keeping with our tradition here, I'm going to try to keep it under 5 minutes. As always, please keep continuing to take advantage of all of our free content out there. We've even got, Tony Talks. We've got partner videos from Clint Coons, Toby Mathis, and Michael Bowman, who put out great content, and even Coffee with Carl, which you're stumbling on today, or maybe you're a faithful listener. Either way, we appreciate you taking advantage of that free content. If you're not yet a client, we'd encourage you to set up a free consultation so you can sit down with one of our advisors and we can suggest what sort of entity structure we put in place for you. If you're an existing client, you always have access to us through your Platinum membership. So as long as you're a Platinum client, you always have the ability to call in, and we're happy to have you speak with one of our attorneys, including myself, at no hourly charge. So until next time, thank you all for joining me for this episode of Coffee with Carl, and we will catch you on the next one.